bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately... would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
White 80.
Yeah, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
No foul.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Escapes the sack. Keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to first and 10. Toss play, Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, as that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a first and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason, how good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We go tonight. 180.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
44.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
Kill.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Rams 6, Steelers 0.
All right, now. Like 80.
That's what I do.
Easy.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. He's going to float this and got his man complete. There he goes right side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 98 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 2nd down, it's Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And now this throw complete to Washington. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
Connor going backwards here on the first down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12. 42-yard line.
On second and 12, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Roethlisberger coming up with a first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They go draw play. This is Samuels. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
We got 3.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. One play has him up past the 40 already and another first and 10. Now it's gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Go tonight. 20.
Big stop, B. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Goff. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go, G. Tighten up. Let's go, G. Tighten up.
Tonight. 180.
Check right.
Whirling.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Alpha.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Try to get it to Woods.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
180.
950. Exit.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, Rams.
Tonight. 20.
On first down, it's Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Like 20. Hey, kill.
On 2nd and very short, Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it.
180.
No yardage.
Check, 59. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Exit.
Single. Check down, 81.
Ready.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
I'm letting you know right now.
Hey, alert.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the curve. Check 52.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
Cut. 180.
Third and long. It's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
180.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Let's go.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So a chance there goes by the wayside. That one just didn't have enough leg to get there.
Yeah, and it would have given them a lead here in the 4th quarter. And those are the ones that keep you up at night when you don't have enough distance. I wonder if maybe did his foot hit the ground first? Did he not get enough of the ball? He's going to be thinking about that one.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Tonight, 20, 14. Bravo.
Out of the gun. Gone. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
Hey, D-line, alert. Mike, check, 59. I don't think you got it, son.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Goff buying time to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the run is Connor. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. He got 29 yards that time. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Back to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 5 yards on the sack. It's 2nd down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
230.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard
Set. Black 80.